Welcome to the Money Healing Monologues. It's me, Season Love, SENLUV, that's who I be. Coming to you guys with my first official episode of this series that I've started. I posted a trailer of kind of the synopsis that I wrote around the concept of money healing, but I wanted to take my first official episode to kind of dive a little bit more into who I am as a money healer and why I think that creating a space like this is really important. So, yeah, sit back, relax, get comfy. I hope that my voice is soothing and you enjoy the wisdom and the knowledge that I have to pass on. So, yeah, let's get straight into it. Growing up, I could definitely say that I have been shown many different scenarios of just the overly masculine energy of what we deem as the business world and just the work world in general. I grew up watching my mom and my grandma have, hair salon shops of their own and just, always had a hustle. Like all the adults around me always had a hustle. That was always the main thing. Just hustling, getting this breach and making it how you live, you know what I mean? And of course, my mom being a black woman in this society, she had her struggles of her own, so she had to do what she had to do, and of course had us helping along right beside her. I remember being young, sitting in front of the shop, in front of the table, selling her little boutique stuff or sometimes cupcakes and all the different things that she had to sell out of her shop and just helping her out. And as I started finding my individuality and kind of leaning more into the things that I wanted to do for myself and my career, I kind of got into that same hustle mentality of just, that overly masculine work, get it how you live, get it how you live, you know what I'm saying? It's a very toxic cycle that we're taught, I think. This toxic cycle, of course, being the rat race, which is the system, or I want to say mindset, that has been pushed onto us in order for us to be controlled. And I understand why that may be hard for a lot of people to hear, especially individuals that aren't as healed and not tapped in and still kind of fogged. Their brain is still kind of fogged by this capitalistic system. I understand why something like the system is against us might be very difficult to hear just because of how comfortable and complacent you are in the things that you think you know right now. Not implying that anything that you've come to learn and resonate with is wrong in itself. No, however, the system that we all live in today and we all suffer from today is not any of our fault, but it is a system that was built for our demise, literally. And that's, I think, the most simple way that I can put it, truthfully. This system wasn't made for us. I'm not even just talking about Black people, because this podcast is about Black wealth and about Black excellence. So, but it's truthfully the conditioning of all people in order to control. I could personally say that I definitely I remember vividly exactly what that feeling was like, to truly be in my ego and really run the race. Like genuinely run the race and hustle, because I had every reason in the book to. I had so much life that I wanted to live, and just so much things that I thought I wanted for myself. And basic shit too, because when you're a minority in America, it's very difficult to already achieve the bare minimum for yourself. So having to fight for the bare minimum and hustle for the bare minimum, it might seem like this running that you're doing in this race is getting you somewhere, but truthfully it is not. And that is the point of this podcast. I knew that that rat race was running me into the ground, and it wasn't a life that I was supposed to be living. And I knew that regardless of if I had this substance of money or not, I didn't deserve to feel like shit. I didn't deserve to feel unworthy. I didn't deserve to feel all these low vibrational feelings simply because I lack this certain thing. And because they put money at such a high standard and they put it on such a pedestal where it's like if you don't have it, you quite literally might not be able to afford the basic necessities of life. I understand how much fear that can put into somebody. It's put fear into me, truthfully. And I think that it's just important that we all collectively start understanding this idea that truthfully, the system is not supposed to be this way. It is not supposed to be this way. It's not. And anything built out of hate and greed and the need to control cannot stand in this new world and this new shift that we're stepping into now. I am so grateful to be a part of the generation where we're being able to witness the fall of capitalism and just amplifying the voices like mine, voices like other minorities that are set here in order to start these new ways of thinking, these new ways of doing things. It's so important to amplify these voices in order to just gain, I feel like, some control over our mentals. You know what I'm saying? I think that, like I said, this is a difficult kind of shift to go from the 3D to, just anything ascended over this 3D realm that we've all been accustomed to. You feel me? I think that helping people understand what a new system would look like, and I personally would want, and this is why I'm starting this podcast, is I want to start with the business world, the entertainment industry. These industries have been such big parts of my life, and I have experienced the 3D side, the hustle culture, the rat race, you know what I'm saying? I have so much experience with business, and I've done a lot of research in order to cultivate my businesses and get them to where I want them to be. You know what I'm saying? And on that journey, I had to realize that I need to love myself to know that I can have the things that I want to have. I can maintain the things that I want to maintain through love. It doesn't have to be a struggle. It doesn't have to be a fight. It doesn't have to be so much friction in my life. It doesn't have to be so chaotic. It doesn't have to be so sad and full of fear of not having. Because once you have that trust within yourself, and not only yourself, but in God and the divine around you that is helping you on this journey, having that trust is what is going to help us through this shift and for us to maintain the new world that will commence. And I think that people hear New World and they're like, oh my gosh, what are you talking about? The 3D world and so so let's talk about the difference between the 3D realm and the new realm. The 3D realm is this matrix that we're all living in now, this rat race of just, waking up, going to work, paying to live, the white man's fantasy basically. Where we're letting the white man bend us over, Uncle Sam. Feel me? And then the new world, well, and of course that 3D world was made out of hate, greed, and the need to control. Divide and conquer. That's exactly what they did. We know the history. We in further episodes will be able to break down just so many different aspects where we're going to be able to see and understand exactly how they have truly tried to keep us under, because that's their goal, to keep us underneath them so that we can keep holding them up on our backs. So there's that, the 3D world versus the new world, how we're supposed to be living through love and with ease and actually enjoying life. You feel me? That's where we're supposed to be. It's supposed to be happy. We're supposed to experience good. And through my money healing and these money healing monologues, that's all I want to talk about. I just want us to get used to Black wealth, Black excellence, and encourage us to believe in ourselves more and support ourselves more and just understand, because knowledge is truly power. You know what I'm saying? Shifting your perspectives and just learning new ways of thinking can help society progress so much. And that's what I want to do here with the Money Healing Monologues. So I hope that you stay tuned for future episodes every single Monday at 2 p.m. sharp, just because those are my angel numbers. Yes, please stay tuned with my Instagram, seasonlove.org, just to stay updated, and subscribe to my podcast wherever you're listening to, on Anchor, Apple Podcast, or Spotify, wherever you're listening right now. Please subscribe and tune in to Season Love. That's me, SENLUV, and I'm checking out. So I'm gonna see you guys next week.